Welcome, everyone, to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks. Thank you for listening to the show. That was Dr. Dre. I had to play some Dr. Dre with Steel Dre. That was 2001 when that came out. It's one of the best rap songs in the 2000 decade.
Over a decade ago.
Does
that make you feel a little old?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But Josh Bryant is here with me, as you have already heard. Josh, you know, there's a lot of things been happening in the world. So I wanted to blow your mind with a story, a breaking
I remember you mentioning that.
news story. I wanted to tell you about what's going on, and the name of the town is Batesville, Indiana. Okay, have you ever been
I've heard of that.
Have you ever been to Indiana?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a quiet town.
Reasons.
It's a quiet town for many reasons.
Yes.
Okay, it's a quiet town. There's some cool parts.
I've been there for NBA playoff games.
Yeah, have you ever just been out in the country though, like of Indiana?
No, I haven't enjoyed the countryside.
Okay, well this is the countryside of Indiana. Okay. Batesville, Indiana Mayor Richard Felderman was arrested because he picked up a prostitute. Well, it turned out to be a male. He was having sex with this male in Indiana, and the male was charging him big money. Okay, he was charging him big money, and he was charging he was charging him big money to like, sleep with him.
Okay,
and the guy found out that he was doing the mayor. He was banging the mayor. He found that out, and so he started charging him more money. So he was framing the mayor. He was like framing the mayor, like saying, "If you don't pay me this, I'm going to tell you." And this happened in Batesville, Indiana. Well, anyway, so the mayor finally says, "You know what? I'm not going to pay any more money," and he confesses. And they find out, you know, and it's exposed and everything. It's exposed, like the mayor's exposed. But what the real bombshell is, the guy he had been sleeping with just announced that he had been HIV positive for 10 years. So the mayor of Batesville, Indiana, is now tested positive for HIV. So yeah, so that's happening in Batesville, Indiana.
Has his wife been interviewed since, or does he have a wife?
I have no idea. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a little deep. The guy's name was Randy Will Stevens. Was the guy who was the prostitute and the one who gave him HIV. So he had known about his status. So that guy's being charged, and the mayor's just being charged for prostitution. But the mayor, I don't know if he's going to step down. But you know, it's just really sucky that he contracted HIV. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, and the whole world knows about it. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I mean, that's a disease that's very hard to get rid of.
Yeah, you know, Magic Johnson's got it.
Yeah, we always like to touch on Magic.
We always like to touch on Magic, man. He's one of the greatest NBA players of all time, man. He contracted HIV positive in 1991.
I remember.
Was it 1991?
I think my magazine says 1991.
Yeah.
I had that magazine.
He contracted that, man, and he's been a spokesman for it. But, you know, Magic had HIV, and so does now the mayor of Batesville, Indiana.
Yes. Well, Magic's gotten rid of it, though, right?
Well, no.
He no longer tests positive.
He no longer tests positive because his viral loads are not testing for the HIV. It's just not showing up, but it's still dormant in his system.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Agreed. Okay.
I wouldn't be like, I don't know. I would still feel a little weird around Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still, like, talk to him, shake his hand and stuff, but I don't know. Wouldn't you? Or no?
I'd be okay around him.
You'd be okay with it? Would
Yeah.
you hug him if he was sweating? Would you, Josh? No, I'm asking you. Like, would you hug him if he was sweating? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be comfortable, like, chilling with him, but...
Sure, I mean...
You would hug him if he was sweating? Like, you would, like... Give him a deep hug.
Not a deep
and like the sweat hug.
It'd be a quick one.
Yeah, be a quick one. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, like what if you had failed and you'd roll around your cut all over? Would you still hug him? Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
No.
But anyway, I just wanted to drop and blow your mind with that story. But anyway, switching gears here to what's been going on in the media, Josh. Saw this article on Kentucky Sports Radio source, John Calipari.
Yes.
Has apparently been accused of cheating by Mick Cronin.
Yes, who is Mick Cronin? Let's tell our listeners about
Mick Cronin is the head coach of Cincinnati. And, you know, Mick Cronin's been sick. He's been out for a while.
He hasn't been making the NCAA tournament, so he's
been out for a while. He's been sick. He set out the whole season.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. So now he's talking trash.
He's talking trash. I guess sitting out on the sidelines.
What did Cal have to say about that?
Well, Cal said, he said, I don't have to cheat. If I want your players, I can get them. Don't worry about it.
Even on the last day, you recruit him all your life, and I will take him. He said.
That's what he said. I mean, I respect
what a
that.
statement.
If anybody is going to talk crap to me, I'm going to talk back. Because if you're not, you're just being a little just pansy. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, you got a rebuttal, and that was Cal's rebuttal for him saying, well, you're a cheater. Well, I'm afraid of you.
Yeah.
That's what that means, right?
Yeah, Cal's not afraid, man.
But exactly. He rebutted, and that's what, the Cincinnati coach, Mick, was saying, basically, in his quote.
Yeah.
I underestimated you, and you took my player.
Yeah. Well, the player was Marcus Teague. Mick Cronin really wanted Marcus Teague, and Cal was like,
what
you know
do
what?
With him?
I think Cal, like the last few days before it was recruiting was over, he was just like, you know what? I want Marcus Teague, and he went and got him, and we got Marcus Teague, and we won the national championship.
That's right.
In 2012.
Yes. What a
Cal's
year.
third year. UK, do you think they're chasing their not title this season?
I'd like to see it. I think we'll make a deep run, but
Cal said this, Josh. Let me drop this. And Cal don't just say things to say things. He said this year right here, he said this is going to be his best team he's ever had.
Is this recent, obviously?
No. Cal said this is the best recruiting.
When did he say this?
He said this is the best recruiting class I've ever had. He said this about a month ago.
Okay.
He's ready, man. Have you not seen the roster?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, we're
still adding to it. Did we add that guy from overseas recently?
We're going to be adding a lot more to it, We're going to be adding
still
a lot more
growing.
To it. Yeah, UK is going to... It's going to be a beast year for him, dude. I think 2016 is going to be the year Kentucky is going to win.
Hopefully.
I really do. Well, speaking of Kentucky, though, we're living in Lexington. Man.
We are. And what's going on?
And it's been a move-in day, dude.
Oh, it's busy, isn't it? Gosh, the streets are annoying.
Move-in day, everybody's moving back. Dude, I remember how exciting it was when I first moved into my college dorm. 18 years old, dude. Young, dude. I was looking good. I had my, collared shirt on. I was real concerned about, my... because you're 18. You're trying to impress, everybody, dude. And I was freaking scared. Never stayed really away from home a long time. But it was exciting. I was excited to do it, man. I remember moving in, dude, and just being alone the first night, dude. I partied. You hear me? I partied. And I remember, dude, when I got home, I drew a big cock on my RA's door. And he knocked on everybody's door. He woke everybody up at 3:30 in the morning. He was he brings everybody, to the hall, and he goes, okay, who drew the cock on my board? And I was weak, bro. I was so weak. I was just oh, my God. I was dying, dude. College was awesome. That was move-in day for me, man. Did you ever experience a move-in day?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't until I was 20, 21.
Wow, what kept you from doing it at 18? What kept you from doing it?
Oh, I had to help pay for it. So
yeah, but what kept you from
going? I had to get a job.
What kept you from getting loans?
I guess, money was tight.
Well,
so I had to get a job so I could live on my own. So anyway, I got a job when I was around 20, 21 years old at the Marriott. Or a good enough job. Anyway, I had to get a good enough job. I didn't have a good enough job. So, yeah, about 21. Yeah, almost 21. I was 20. Got a job with Marriott. I moved on Woodland. And one of the first days we lived there, we partied real hard. And we tried to smash a TV with a paint bucket. And the paint bucket went everywhere outside on our neighbor's back door. And we left them a note not to call the landlord.
Oh, my gosh.
And they did anyway, of course. Yeah. And freaked out. And we were we're going to clean it up. But, yeah, that was my move-in day.
Do you remember that feeling, though, when you first, moved out, on your own?
Oh, it was great.
That first
Freedom.
night. That first night. The first night, you, are in your own place and you don't have, your parents. Mm-hmm. I remember, being young like that and, I'll being oh, wow. It was almost scary, man, because I was out all the time in college. It was just, you never put 18-year-olds living on their own in college and thousands of people your own age are surrounding you. It was crazy, dude. I mean, there are experiences. And, my little brother's 18. He starts college tomorrow on Monday, his first day of college. My brother Dylan, he's 18, his first day of college.
That's crazy, isn't it? Think about
crazy,
that.
But I hate it because he is going to community college. He's not moving into a dorm. And I always want to, tell him stuff to be man, experience the dorm life, experience campus.
Dude, that's what you experienced.
Do something crazy. Just do it all, man. Get in there and find something. Join a fraternity. If not, join the band. If not, like, join the speech club. Do something in college, man, because, like, you're around so many people, dude. It's like your own age, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. College was the best.
When we won the championship, I was on campus. I lived on campus. It was great.
I was actually out of college when we won the championship. I was graduated. Gosh, I've been out of college for a long time. I'm 27.
Let's not talk about that.
I am like getting.
Think about that too much.
I know. Well, it don't bother me. I think it's
There
a
you
blessing.
go.
I think it's a blessing.
Good.
Every year that you get older is a blessing because some people die at 19, 20, 21. It's sad.
It is.
So every year that we get older, we're experiencing
more.
Yeah.
And we grow.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to the show.
A little sentimental there at the end.
Yeah, a little sentimental. Josh, I want to thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure having you again on another, like, off-the-cuff regular podcast.
Yes. I feel like it's growing and it's doing better.
Yeah, it is. It is. The audience, I'm trying to figure out how they're responding to you right now. Because I haven't really looked at the demographics yet, so...
We'll look into that next time.
Yep. All right. Well, see you later, everybody.